are, everybody will define you, right? But if you know who you are, if you know what makes you tick, no one can say anything about you. Fine. Academically fine, I happen to hold quite a few qualifications. I've did developmental studies as one of my degrees. I've did electrical engineering. I've did project management. I've did higher qualification management. I'm currently doing my MBA, Masters in Business Administration. And I work for social development currently. And I also run my own company. I'm the director of my own company. I also work for a foundation that I founded, which I'm the CEO, which is Kalalo Education Foundation, where we're responsible to take people like you to school. Those who want to study in universities, we give them free bursaries, we give them scholarships, based on the fact that they work hard to achieve their dreams. And one thing that I'm going to talk to you about today is just simple things. You still are at school, I'm going to talk about 5 things that are important to achieve academic excellence. And those 5 things that I'm going to talk about are called the 5 P's. But today, I'm going to include the 6 P and the 7 P. So which means I'm going to talk to you about what? The 7 P's to achieve academic success. Number 1 P that I'm going to talk about is called, in the 5 P's, is proper. And on the 5 P's that I'm talking about is proper preparation prevents poor performance. Those are the 5 P's. So what do I mean? Number 1, you'll get me, take it easy. P, which is proper. In life, everything that happens if they are properly prepared. So you can never achieve success in life if you are not properly prepared. You can never. Number 2, as I said, proper preparation. Number 2 will be preparation. For every person to be successful in your academic life, you need to prepare. You know, nothing comes through reverse osmosis in life. Nothing comes through magic in life. So you need to do it to prepare. For you to be able to pass your exams, you need to do it to spend time preparing for exams. There can never be a success in examinations if you are a young child, you are 18 and you still have boyfriends, you still have chat rooms, the way you spend time in chatting and you spend time opening your legs and you think you're going to succeed.
Yes?
Yes. You understand what I mean? I'm talking about things that I know. It's proper preparation, then prevent, which means after you've properly prepared yourself, you prevent poor performance. So the reason why some of us are failing in school is not because we're stupid. It's not because we are fools. It's because we do not prepare enough. Okay. Do you understand what I mean? So if it's January and you are given a bag full of books, what you need to do when you get home, the first thing first, you need to open those books and study those books. Okay. The reason why we find people who are the best in school and we find those who are poor in school is because of preparation. So each one of you are given a task as a book to study as a person. What you need to do, you need to say, I want to be the best. In my school life, I started grade 1, I was number 1 in grade 1. Up until I went to matric. Why? Because I told myself that no one on this particular earth is better than me. Yeah. So the same will apply to you. If you want to be an engineer, be the best engineer that I ever had. I'm studying my MBA. My test that I wrote and my assignments, I got an average of 92%. So why? Because I told myself that I study 4 hours a day. Hello? I don't watch TV because people who I'm watching, they are working. So as much as I want to be the best in the country, what I need to do, I need to maximize my time. So what do you do there? You put effort and time to make sure that you achieve what? Success. And one thing that I can define to you, success is the ability to be at peace with your past and be content with your present and content with your future. Yeah. So you are at a position whereby your past is the past, then it remains there, but your future is where you are now, that you need to make the best out of it. And tomorrow, when you look at tomorrow, you need to become somebody that when tomorrow people look at you, they say, this is the best man ever lived. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? Amen. Some of you have an opportunity to have one of my books that you are having in your hand. Why? Because I sat down and said, I want to be the first young black South African to have published more than 10 books. Currently, I'm releasing my 4th book next month. And I said, I don't want to publish to any other company, but my own company. Well, I publish my work, I write my work, and I publish my work. And when you get to go to internet, when you check, you'll find this best person in South Africa who is an author. My books, they cost you 100 rand. Immediately when I drive a chopper or I own an aeroplane, you ask me, how did he do it? mastered the 5 P's of success. Then as I'm adding another P, will be called perseverance. You know, you need to persevere in life. You know, that would be my 6P. You know, you need to persevere. Whether the storms of life come, one thing that I normally tell young people, when you aim, always aim for the moon. If you miss the moon, you'll land among the stars. And you know how do we define stars? Stars are people who are shining. Stars are people who are able to exude light. So immediately when you land among the stars, so which means you yourself you become what? A star. And normally, in life we do not celebrate mediocrity. In life, we celebrate champions. In life, we celebrate the stars. We cannot celebrate a mediocre. You can't just find someone in the city who do nothing and is being celebrated. Do you understand what I mean? Even in school, you know, the top 10 are the ones that are being celebrated. Why? Because they're the stars of the school. Another key that I love so much is passion, and more passion. You know, what I do now, if I have to tell you the truth, for me to be able to come and stand before people, I get paid for speaking. I'm a qualified life coach. I get paid for speaking. So today I've decided to say, I'm going to speak to you. I do not know what you will become tomorrow, but one thing that I believe and I know is that tomorrow you will never be the same person that is walked through this place. When you leave this place, you need to leave this place a best person. When you live here, you need to tell yourself, it does not matter whether I come from a rural background. It does not matter whether I don't have parents. It does not. What matters the most is what do I do with my life. I lost my father when I was 8 years old. But I told myself that irrespective of the fact that I don't have a father, one thing is that one day I'll become the best father I ever had. I'm a father to a 7-year-old daughter. Who studies in Cape Town, was the best daughter that I ever had. She knows, this morning when I was standing there, I was talking to my daughter, she called me. And she said, are you coming tomorrow? Yes, I said, no, I'm late tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Just to come and see you and spend time with you because this is a month of a birthday. Next week, the 31st is turning 8 years. So I said, I'm going to make sure that I come and you're going to go to the best place that you want to go. She'll be in Robben Island, she'll go to the sea, she'll do everything. Why? Because the father has invested his money to make sure that he takes care of the child. Yeah. And you can never want to be the best father if you're not married. You have to first go through the processes, get a qualification. I normally talk to boys. I say, before you can lose your bachelorhood, have a bachelor degree. Yeah. You understand what I mean? One other thing that I want to challenge you. You must put books before boys. Books before books. You cannot mix the two. You can't have a boyfriend and study books at the same time. You can never drink alcohol and have books at the same time. So there's one thing that must take precedence in your life. You understand what I mean? So you need to make sure that whatever effort you put, that's why I normally talk to Christians and I love talking to Christians. But one thing that disappoints me about Christians is one, they come to church, they pray, they fast and they pray, but they still remain in the bottom. Yeah. One thing that I want to challenge is a young person, the bottom is overcrowded, everybody is down here, but the top is lonely because people are at the top. So always aim to go to the top. You must always aim to be at the top. You know, when we talk about in South Africa alone, you know, very few people hold qualifications. So which means a lot of people, America, you know, you find people about queuing, why? Because they don't have qualification that qualifies them to get a job. So what is your purpose in life? Is your purpose just to live and become, you know, there are people, but they just only, you know, what if oxygen every day? You know, they inhale and exhale oxygen. There is nothing that they are contributing towards community. There is nothing that they are contributing towards society. There is nothing that they contribute towards development of people. All they do, they eat. They live like a goat. Life without a goal is living like a goat. Because a goat's purpose is nothing else but to eat and eat and eat. So the question is, are you a goat or do you have a goal? So in life you need to have a goal. In life you need to have a vision. You know, Miles Monroe defines it simple and say, eyes that see are just natural or are just ordinary, but eyes with a vision are rare to find. So which means as a person, you need to develop a vision. As I'll be closing now, I want to teach you something that you must go back home and do. When you get home, get magazines around and get a scissor. Get glue and sit down. Begin to plan your life. Begin to plan your life. If you want a house that is in the top of the mountain, get a picture of that house, place there at that box. From there, take a nail, ask the permission from your parents. I want to nail this in my room. If you want to drive a Mercedes-Benz or a Z4, what you need to do, cut the picture, put it there. You must look at it. One thing that I believe in life, as far as your eyes can see something, you can be able to attain it. So one thing that I also say, whatever the mind can conceive and believe is achievable. So whatever you think of, and the Bible, when you check your Bible, it will say, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you think that you are a poor man, so you are. If you think that you are a rich man, so you become. So there is no way that you want to be a CEO and you still walk like a beggar. It cannot happen. Yeah. So you need to dress up like a CEO, you need to walk like a CEO, yes. You need to speak like a CEO. Yeah. So what you need to do is that you need to have plans and purpose around you. Yeah. You understand what I mean? What you need to do, you need to develop that what I call a dream collage. A dream collage is simple but a box that you put, you take a cardboard, you cut it, you put all the pictures about your life. If you want to see yourself wearing a red gown as a doctor, you put that gown there. If you want to see yourself, working in an office, you put yourself there. You do that. Whatever dream destination you want to go. If you want to visit America, New York, get pictures and put them there. So that every day when you wake up, you look at that picture as far as you can see. If you can say it, you can have it. So it's up to you. How do you dream about it? You look at that picture every day, say, this day or this time, I will be there. Okay. Life is defined by words. Okay. Whatever you say about your life, so you become. Life, even when you check your Bible, it will tell you, your tongue is either going to make you live or die. So which means you utilize your words. So, and the same you think about yourself is how people will be able to address you. Okay. Do you understand what I mean? People can only address you if you allow them to address you the way you want them to address you. Do you understand what I mean? So it is very, very important to have what? A picture of yourself. Whether today you are not that, but you are walking towards that. The reason why you go to school is that you want to one day become a doctor. This young man here wants to be a lawyer. So you must start dressing up like a lawyer. I cannot want to see you, or on a weekend you must put on a tie, or you must speak like a lawyer. Yeah. Because you are not yet a lawyer, but you are walking to become a lawyer. Do you understand what I mean? You can never say you want to be a medical doctor, but yet you hate blood. You must be the first person to kill chickens at home, because you want to get used to this blood. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. So it's very, very important that you actually act up on what you want to become. Do you understand? So begin to think about it. If you want to stay in Mainland, whatever you want to stay, whether you want to go and stay in Utah, whether you want to go and stay, whatever, begin to think, cut that picture, and visualize. Begin to dream about it. Do you understand? Begin to dream about it. In my book, I see the promise and pay the price. I said life is a product of investment. If you cannot pay the price, you'll never see the promise. Yeah. So everything in life is about paying a price. And let me tell you, it is not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you are not. So the question is, do you think you are a failure? And if you think that you are a failure, then you are. I never seen a grave of a failure. But I've seen people who have adopted and actually believe failure to be true. I don't want to say to people, failure is a fallacy that can be changed at any time. Failure is not a permanent state of life, but success is. Do you understand? So you need to build up yourself and say, I'm not going to sit here, whether I am from Limpopo or whatever. And by the way, I was born, battered and bred in Limpopo. Hello? And today when I speak, I get calls, people calling me to come and speak to them. Why? Because they know what I have. The question is, what do you have that you can give out to the people? I would not have come here if I didn't have something to offer. Yeah. So go to school, become the best in your industry. Become the best in your life. Let you become the best person in your family. Be the first to have a degree in your family. I did. Be the first to have a master's degree in your family. Be the first to become the best paid person on earth. If I have to tell you the last story as I'm about to close. The CEO of Extractor Mine, you can Google him, he earns 1.3 billion per annum. So which means he earns 103 million a month. Yes. In the country. Extractor Mine. The question is,